Hello everybody, my name is Jana. I'm professional marketeer, and about 4 or 5 years ago I opened my school, which is called School of Healthy Marketing PAPRIKA. And at the moment we are doing different programs for marketing studies and for sales studies and so on. Mostly we make our studies for people who start entrepreneurship or who want to start doing their business.
What do you think? What lessons shall we learn from COVID situation?
The main lesson is that we should be prepared for everything, and things that we think will happen in some 5 or 10 years actually much closer than we think. So we should be prepared for them. And of course, we speak for a long time about going online and about future online. And I think that this COVID situation will make us to find new situations and new possibilities for education, and maybe for combining both online and offline education. So at least for our school, this is the main lesson. So we proceed with combining lessons, not only doing in class or only online.
What do you think about lifelong learning or education, adult education in 2039? How will it look like?
Actually, I think that if we speak about different skills, the skill of lifelong learning, or to know how to study during all life, it will become the main skill, because life is changing very rapidly, and what we need to do, we need to prepare that the situation can change any moment, and we can appear in the situation when our knowledge doesn't suit us anymore, or there is no need for it anymore. So we all the time need to be prepared for learning. So I think that I hope that people will understand that they should keep mind active and be prepared and develop the skills of learning independent on your age.
What do you think? What other competencies will people need in the future?
I think that our life is changing, and everything around us is changing, ecological situation, economical situation, and so on. And the main skill, I think, will be flexibility. And I think that in next years we will get the situation when we will somehow learn to live in different way, in new way. It concerns first of all our ecology. So I think the main skill will be this flexibility and being ready for living differently than we live now. And of course different soft skills. My opinion is that we will not have professions like we have now, that you go to the university, you get some profession and you work all life long as some specialist. It's already happening that people are changing and switching professions, and there are different numbers. Some say that people will change about 7 professions during life. Some people say that people will change 12 professions during life. So again, they are talking about this lifelong learning.
What do you think? What will be the future of e-learning?
Of course, I think that the proportion of e-learning will grow. On one hand, but on another hand, for example, we have experienced that people quitted online learning, and they were waiting for this moment when they can come to the class and study offline with other people in the class. So of course I think that the part of e-learning will increase, but people will still have this, how to say, потребность.
Need.
Yes, but I still think that people will have need to come, to communicate with each other, and to be together in some group. Because, for example, what we saw very well when this COVID situation happened, and when we had to go online, that people started calling, and we had one day when people from one group, 12 people, they were just calling from the morning till the evening, because they just wanted to share, they wanted to discuss something, they just wanted to speak. And I think that this need to communicate will not go anywhere, and this part of classical offline education will still be quite big. But at the same time, during offline classes, we can also use online methods and e-methods and computers and so on. And maybe from this point of view, also this part of e-learning will increase, but during traditional offline classes.
How do you imagine your class or your classes in PAPRIKA in 2035?
Good question. I think that of course we will have big part of e-learning, and I hope that we will be able to if at the moment we are working with speakers from Estonia and with teachers from Estonia, I hope that we will become more global, and more people will be participating in our classes. So we will not be somehow ограничены.
Limited.
Yes, that we will not be limited with one country, but we will go global, both from the point of view of learners and speakers.
How do you imagine the world of work in 2035?
Oh, I think that we can't imagine at the moment what will happen, really. We are trying here in PAPRIKA to teach like professions of the future, and as we are connected with marketing, these are mainly marketing specialties and online sales specialties, but I can see that everything is developing very fastly, and we have a lot of bots and robots, and it's very difficult to imagine what jobs they will substitute. So it's really hard to imagine, but as I have mentioned before, I don't think that we will have specific professions. We will have like a puzzle which is combined from different skills, and for example you have this skill, second skill, third skill, you put them together and you get this profession. Okay, you learn a fourth skill and you get a new puzzle which is suitable for new professions. So I believe that we will not have professions, we will have like combination of skills which are suitable for doing something. And again, it's connected with lifelong education, because you can all the time learn a new skill and change your life.
What do you think, what will be the role of artificial intelligence in adult education?
I think artificial intelligence already has some role, and many like systems and learning systems, they are optimized, and you don't need people for learning. But again, as I have mentioned before, this need to communicate doesn't go anywhere, and the more we go online in social media, in blogs and so on, the more people need this sociability, and the more people need to communicate. So I think we will have to find some good combination of all new opportunities, of all new methods and technologies, and the things we have used to. I mean, like usual normal classes where people come together and spend time learning and communicating.